Hinckley shot Reagan as he left a Washington hotel in 1981. One of the bullets he fired punctured Reagan's lung and lodged just an inch from his heart. He also seriously wounded White House Press Secretary James Brady, who was partially paralyzed and eventually died as a result of his injuries. Metropolitan Police Officer Thomas Delahanty and Secret Service agent Tim McCarthy were also shot. Now, a jury acquitted Hinckley by reason of insanity, but he spent 34 years as an inpatient at a psychiatric hospital. He was released in 2016, and doctors at the time said he had recovered from mental illness. 2 years ago, all court restrictions against him were lifted. And John Hinckley Jr. joins me now. And John, it's fascinating to speak to you tonight. After Thomas Matthew Crooks shot Trump, you spoke out, you posted on social media, you said, "Violence is not the way to go. Give peace a chance." Why do you feel the need to speak out?
Well, Aaron, I feel the need to speak out because this country is just in a really bad place right now. There's so much violence, so many guns, and it's just really a fraught time right now in America. And I wanted to speak out as someone who knows a little bit about what happened because of what happened with me in 1981. So I wanted to speak to the American public and just tell people to please try and reject violence and bring peace and love into their life.
I know you have expressed remorse for trying to kill President Reagan, but of course it is surprising and uncomfortable for many people to hear you even now commenting on the assassination attempt on Trump. Who are you hoping to reach most with your message?
Just anyone and everyone who's out there and is going through hard times. You know, back in 1981, I was going through really hard times. And of course, I wish things had turned out differently. But if I can reach people who are struggling in their lives and maybe looking for the right way to go, I'm just here to tell you to please go the right path and reject violence and just try and love your neighbor and love yourself.
Trump was the first U.S. president to be the target of an assassination attempt since you tried to kill Reagan. That was 43 years ago. So what did you first think when you heard Trump had been shot?
Well, I was really sad. I wish it hadn't happened. I just, felt a sense of sadness that it happened again after 43 years. But, I just truly wish it had not happened. And, God bless the people who were injured. And, of course, the man who lost his life, bless them. And, overall, I just felt a sense of sadness.
You, I know, continue to take medication, antipsychotic drug, and antidepressant, and you've said you're no longer a danger to society. Why do you believe that?
Well, I've demonstrated it, for many years now. I've been a free man since 2016 when I got my release from the hospital. And day after day, I prove that I'm not a dangerous man. I live a peaceful life. I try and contribute to society in a positive way. And we have a film coming out, a documentary of my life, that'll be coming out August 30th. I'm hoping people will watch that because it shows the way that I live now and how I'm trying to move forward with my music and my art.
So let me ask you about that. That documentary is upcoming, of course, and it focuses on what you're doing now and your life, and also on what led to the attempted assassination of Reagan. It also talks about your attempts now to overcome mental illness, to pursue a career in music, and the life that you live with your cat. Let me play a clip of it.
I feel terrible that I shot 4 people, yes. I have tremendous remorse for what I did. I don't have to dwell on it, but I do have tremendous remorse for what I did in 1981.
When you were granted an unconditional release and all the restrictions were lifted on your movement, on your speech, on your life, Patti Davis, Ronald Reagan's daughter, wrote this. I'm sure you've seen it. I want to read it. She writes, "Now there is another fear, that the man who wielded that gun and almost got his wish of assassinating the president could decide to contact me. There is no manual for how to deal with something like this. You just have to live with the fear and the anger and the darkness that one person keeps bringing into your life." Does it impact you to know that it is you who bring this fear and darkness to her?
Well, I mean, I have no I Patty Davis, she has nothing to worry from me because I have no interest in Patty Davis, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to bring a sense of light to the world today. I'm trying to bring a positive message out now with my music and my art.
So music is central to your life now. You've brought it up now twice, and I know you play the guitar, you have an album, but there are also times you can't perform because of your name and your past, your history, the threats you receive. How do you think about what the rest of your life will look like?
I hope I can start performing in venues. I've been blocked from many venues from performing. They book me into the venue, and then the venue starts getting backlash, and then the owner of the venue will cancel. This has happened about 12 or 15 times. So I'm hoping very soon I can, start performing in venues, keep putting songs out there, and hope that people can hear my songs and hear my message of peace and living in a nonviolent way.
And so you hope for a redemption?
Yes, I do. My tour, if I ever get this tour going, is going to be called the Redemption Tour.
Well, John, thank you very much. I appreciate your time tonight.
Thank you, Aaron.